listening to the Hanging from the Rafters podcast.
I dislike it on a personal level.
I dislike it extremely. I don't hate it, but I dislike it to the point where if you don't stop, I may hit you.
With Chris Rafter.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Why don't you go back to fucking France or wherever the hell you're from?
Pull it out. Let's see it. What are we even fucking doing here?
Austin Rafter.
I can't believe what's happening to me. You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Bryce Silver.
Gonorrhea herpes I got it from this one tramp that I was with.
Come on, you idiot. You gotta. What do you mean?
Anyway, brother, here's Wonderwall.
And Tim Morris.
Do you think the mimes actually stab people, or do you think they just mime it? Jamie, can you pull up a video of somebody's head being crushed by sonar? That'd be great.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Throw this in the trash because this is not appropriate for work.
Someone left their garbage here?
Yeah.
I have an older,
We do.
Filipino coworker, and she's Jehovah's Witness, and she, occasionally will just, walk in and start, quoting a Bible verse at us, this is how we're going to start the day. Or, she'll hand us, literature, Watchtower or some shit like that.
Oh, we
It's
said
and it's oh my God, I know you're not supposed to do this, but we just ignore it. But it's lady, you can't do this. If the wrong person comes in this classroom and you're doing that shit,
you get the fucking school sued.
yeah.
We used to have when I first started working with retarded people. There was what's the LDS church called? They're the
Latter-day Saints.
No, what's their original?
The
term?
Mormons.
Mormons?
So we used to have back when
Hear
they were
me?
Mormons. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you breathing.
So we used to have this this Indian dude and this big white dude who were fucking hardcore Mormons, and all the time when I work with the little kids, this dude would come up and was like, "You want me to read your Bible verse?" I was like, "No, man,
No.
I'm fucking working right now. I don't want to hear a goddamn Bible verse while I'm working with the retarded."
Hey, guys.
I don't even want to give you the explanation. Just no.
My favorite was that he was the piece of shit who flipped over some little retarded kid because he was being a spaz, and so he grabbed him, fucking flipped on his back.
Yeah, no, that got ruled. He was the best around.
You guys want to read?
Nothing's ever gonna
Bible?
keep
You
him
guys
down?
wanna read some of it? It's a fucking comic book or a fucking.
If
I
you
tried to-
if you
I
can
actually
find
did.
one with pictures
I
in
did.
it.
I did try
That'd
to
be
read the
sick.
I tried to read the Bible as it's a book, a straight up book, and it's just it's too fucking I don't know, just
You
straight
gotta
up,
gotta go to the back and check the fucking reference
well,
section
it's
all the
it's
time.
have you read the Silmarillion?
First things first, you gotta learn how to read,
I did have to learn to read the.
which we're not even close to there.
Have you read the Silmarillion? The fucking J.R.R. Tolkien shit's the history of Middle Earth. It's read
you got the samurai in there.
it's
That's
a
cool.
lot. It's read like the Bible, and it's just almost like a fucking straight up they try to write it like a history book, and so it's just this is just factual things that happen, and it's not just crazy made up bullshit that we fucking wrote in a weird manner.
Well, it's funny
No.
when you do those things is you think to yourself, oh, this will be really neat because it'll be like reading the history of Middle Earth as a secondary source, as opposed to a piece of literature. And then you go and you start reading it and you realize, oh yeah, I fucking hated doing this in school.
Yeah.
Now, hang
You're
on.
like, wait a second,
So,
why the fuck would I want to read it this way?
Yeah.
Chris just insinuated that none of us can read, and I just wanted to prove something to him.
Tim, you cannot read.
M-A-T. Cat.
Maybe go with the McDonald's thing. It's got an M on there. We just start with that. Nobody
yeah.
tell them what it is.
I can read by the letter M.
It's an M.
bitch.
B.
It says,
I always love how
Hey, you don't have to eat it when they're not on the thing.
I give my client McDonald's once a week for fucking his you got get hooked up thing.
Good idea.
And, I love how they have a thing
Hooked
that's
up thing.
they have a
Yo,
what's the blind
Thanks, brother.
what's the blind
yo,
fucking,
fucking hook it up, brother.
what's the blind writing called? Braille. They have
Yeah.
Braille, and then they have picture menus.
Blind writing.
So they have blind writing.
The bumpy stuff.
It's bumpy, yeah. It's the bumpy retarded shit.
What,
They're retards in their own way.
The bumpy books.
They're blind. The blind people are retards in their own way. Anyone is
My
any
mic's
kinda
way
fucked
too
up.
high.
But so they have they have Braille and picture menus upon a request. And I fucking want so badly just one day. I'm about to quit this job, so I think within this next 2 weeks, I'm definitely about to go when I get him McDonald's and just be like, I need picture menus. I don't read any of these words. I don't know any of this shit.
Yeah.
Picture
Can't do it.
menus, motherfucker.
Can't do it.
Well, just fucking
I
take
feel like-
all the pictures and make your own fucking menus.
I,
What they're gonna
I
do
hella
when
feel
they
like for
ask
You
sure.
just order one of everything.
So I, well,
When
I
you
go,
ask for the
and take
picture
a
menu,
picture
they're gonna
of
go like
each one
this. They're
before
gonna
you
go.
eat it.
I
they're
go
gonna
there
go.
often enough that I think that I'm gonna be able to really call them out when I do them. Like I need picture menus, and I get I get 2 McDoubles and a fucking large soda, and they're doing like the buy one get one for $1 thing for the
Like
McDoubles.
soda guy.
And I
So-
think they're not gonna do it. If I ask for a
large
picture
soda
menu, I think they're not gonna do it at all. It's gonna be like fucking total fucking $10 versus if I normally get it's like $6. And I'm gonna be like, motherfucker, you're fucking taking advantage of retarded people.
I know that we usually save like our plugs and shit for the end, but please donate to our
Plugs?
Patreon because we all severely need Hooked on Phonics.
We all need McDonald's.
Hooked
And
on
McDonald's,
phonics
it
work
sounds
for
like.
me.
Hook it on Pahonix.
Hook it on phonics
Phonics, working
for me.
For
Me.
That big gay asshole Muzzy who taught you how to speak other languages that aren't English.
He's French.
Burn in hell, Muzzy.
No, because I'm an
I was
American.
convinced that Muzzy didn't speak jack shit worth of any other language. It was that broad that was with him.
He's just a moron in every language.
He's
I'll
just
be-
fucking
I-
stupid.
I don't believe he
he just
existed
says
at all.
he just learns the racist words first.
Muzzy taught me to say the N-word over and over again.
Well, I just remember seeing the commercials and they were like Britain's #1 language learning video, and I'm like, thanks, Britain.
Was
A
that Muzzy?
cartoon that I do not fucking
I
need.
thought it was for French people. I thought it was like a French character.
Well, whatever. It was from some European country.
No, it
I
wasn't
don't
one of
know.
the. It was just like
They're
hooked
all-
on
they're
phonics.
all-
It wasn't
It was the-
But I
American.
think it was original.
But it taught you
The
French.
the main thing.
French character.
They
Like,
taught you French.
Pro-
The main thing is it was not American.
yeah.
Yeah, Tim was out immediately.
Yeah.
And they came out with Rosetta Stone, and I realized I'm bigoted, and I don't want to learn any other languages.
I realized I'm Rosetta Stone.
Oh, I
and I
mean-
don't know what's going on.
Duolingo's free, and I still can't fucking.
Really?
So, I mean,
It's
yeah.
a lot of
English.
practice, dog. It's a lot of
Still can't
practice.
speak
It's
English.
BBC Muzzy is. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Duolingo's
See?
free.
So
Black
I-
still can't speak
I
English.
said British, right?
Yeah,
So
you did.
Fuck all
you
of
did,
you.
but they can't. You
Alright.
can't. I'm sorry. BBC's got to change its name, dude. It's just forever. It's gonna be Big Black Cock.
Big
It's
Black
not gonna be
Cock.
the British
Big Black
Broadcasting
Cock,
Network. It's gonna
Baki,
be.
Big
Wait,
Black
so
Black
that's
Cock
not
Network.
that's not. So wait, all that porn is not like British broadcasting porn.
It is not the British Broadcasting
British
System porn. No,
Broadcasting.
unfortunately.
No.
It's
Okay.
not black white woman.
I
gets
thought
railed by
the-
British broadcasting.
You're like,
This
none of
whole
these people
this
have
whole
access.
time I was thinking that British people just had a very specific kink.
Tim was watching black porn and he's like, I'm very refined. I'm having some tea right now.
Yeah.
I gotta
Jerking
say,
off. I'm
at
jerking off with my pinky out.
Beautiful.
I'm looking at this Muzzy website,
Oh, hold
and
on.
it looks like the you know when in the 90s and the early 2000s they finally figured out they can put 3D renderings as their commercials instead of like hand drawn cartoons.
Yeah.
This is what the fucking website looks like.
So wait,
was it
how
that bad?
how is it not hilarious? Like the I'm jerking off with my pinky out. I'm sorry, that's fucking gold.
Okay, sorry I missed that one. Yo, wait a
Was it
fucking second, guys.
Gay callback.
Let's see.
BBC, hey.
There we go.
I was just saying that. It just makes you think of that song from Austin Powers when they sing the "Do the BBC." It's "Do the big black clock, do the big black cock, yeah, big black
Don't
cock.
wanna leave the meeting. That's what that shit looks like. It looks terrible.
Jesus.
I think that's
It
like the
definitely
modern-
looked
I feel
much
like the
better when
original
it was
one
2D.
Yeah, I think the original
When they
one
did
was
hand drawing,
yeah.
yes, I
Yeah.
agree. It looks
This is
much
awful.
better.
Yeah.
This looks like the shitty like European where they're trying to do like fucking cheap
Pull
knockoff
up the original,
animation shows.
like the original look for Muzzy.
I don't know if I'll be able to find it. One second.
I don't know why you wouldn't just bring up like 90s.
Well, it was
Muzzy.
already hard enough to find this, believe it or not.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. How about this?
Well, queer.
There we
Isn't
go.
that a racist name for
Commercial.
Muslim people?
What?
That's what they
Tom,
can say. It
Muzzy?
is a term for Muslim people.
God
yes.
damn
Strictly
muzzies.
thinking- You're strictly thinking.
did I
Oh,
make that up?
Jesus.
No, that's Man Shane's Secret Podcast.
Oh, they do that?
They're the ones who made it. They call Muslim people muzzies.
Oh, God bless them.
That's pretty great. Oh, Bryce, I found it in half a second. You fucking suck.
You found it too?
I'm showing it right now. I'm sharing it. Do you not see?
Sure, but I had a picture.
Yeah,
that
but
was
Tim's
much
got it on his
Is
simpler.
phone
that
where it's not
hand-drawn?
relevant at all.
It's that
What?
fucking shitty hand drawn.
Thank Christ that Tim has it on his phone.
Mm.
Just so you know, he beats
All
you
right,
to
this
it.
is more kids
Hold it
than
up,
it is
Tim,
fucking.
so
I don't
everyone
want
can
to see
see it.
kids. The last thing I want to see is kids. As a matter of fact, I fucking hate kids.
Here.
Kids fucking like.
They hate you
There's
too.
the podcast topic shit. Here.
Oh,
Look at this dude.
Oh,
He's just cutting into a fucking
clock up.
clock. He's gonna eat the clock. What,
Yeah,
what
like-
the
Well,
fuck is
he's
this guy
retarded.
doing?
He is a giant retard.
Dude,
for
you
sure.
are right. He's just dumb in several languages.
He's a mythical being that eats time.
Okay, you just gave him way too much credit, if you ask me.
Yeah, he's just a big moron.
He
Nope.
just he
Just a
taught
big
you he
fucking
taught you
idiot.
words by just eating shit while he said it over and over again.
He's
He
what we
mainly
like
was
to
just
call
eating.
a retarded retard.
Yep, that's the same one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
those
what
But,
are
uh,
the Muslim peoples.
The animation was much
This
better.
guy might actually
like in
be
2D.
Muslim. I don't know for sure. I don't know what kind of
he's
headdress
clearly
they
Jewish.
wear.
Look
yeah.
at the nose.
Come on, the
With the
nose.
nose,
Look at the nose and the
yeah.
hat.
He might be Sephardic.
He was
Sephardic
originally
Jew.
called Muzzy the
Mm.
Jew, and then they're like,
Muzzy the
"Eh,
Jew."
that's also,
They're like, all right, that's a little on the nose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He likes money and fucking.
They just called
and
him.
law.
They just called
He
him
loves
Juzzy.
money.
It's like the most important thing to him, as a matter of fact.
They just called the green one Juicy.
It's one of those shows where like the adult animals have adult jobs, but he works at a bank.
He's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's a doctor and he talks like this.
He can get you in Hollywood. He knows people.
You have. I'm very sorry you have cancer.
they.
I love that part in The Sopranos when they're shaking down the Jewish guys in their hotel, and Paulie's gonna beat up the main dude, and he like grabs him and pushes him against the wall, and he's all like, "You gotta pay up the money, you know, whatever." And the guy goes, "The Talmud says," and Paulie goes, "I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
care what he says."
I don't care what he
Oh my
says.
god! I just saw this.
I fucking love that shit.
I saw this
like
great
the Talmud
video.
says, I don't care what he says.
I saw this great video the other day, and it's all these like young kid, like fucking white dudes, and like, "Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm Chris. I'm Johnny," and like they all fucking they fucking say their names. And at the very end, it's like, "And we are," and it comes to Paul, he's like, "Fucking Chris," and like,
Fucking
throws
quit.
it-
I like how that's his response to black magic voodoo bullshit.
Oh yeah,
too. By
that's
the
what
way,
it was.
the whole thing's freaked him out,
Yeah.
and his best
Fucking
response to ghosts and demons and black magic is to call it gay and throw a chair at everybody. He doesn't even throw it at people. I think he just kind of throws it into the open, right?
Well,
I think he throws
think
it at a
fucking
wall. He
quit.
throws it at a wall. He like whips a chair at a wall. He's like, "Fucking quit!" Whips a chair at a wall.
That part might be
Pulled
the
a-
funniest part
pulls
of
a
the
Bobby
entire
Knight.
fucking show.
I
That
fucking-
and when the one girlfriend that Tony has catches her hair on fire, and he
Oh,
visits her,
God, yeah.
and he visits her in the hospital, and she's like, "I'll fucking kill myself if you don't stay with me." And
Could
his
you?
phone rings. All, I gotta take this.
Yeah.
Like,
Give a
he
fuck.
doesn't give a shit, dude.
My
He's
favorite
all
will
pay
always
for
just
your
be
medical
the,
bills. You'll be fine.
I'm here because I'm Catholic, and I would feel bad otherwise.
I think my
Yeah.
favorite will always just be when it's fucking Chrissy and Paulie running for chasing that guy down, and they like fucking start freezing dead.
Oh,
He's
I'm
like,
fucking
"Fuck
dying
you!
over here."
I'm fucking dying over here."
You got what do they have like relish and shit?
They found like relish and fucking ketchup packets. Well, that's
Is it Paulie that loses the shoe, or is
You
it Chris?
selfish bastard! I'm
It's,
dying over here.
One of them
It's
is wearing the
Paulie.
carpet, and one of them
Paulie,
loses
Paulie
his shoe.
ties the carpet around his foot, and then
Yeah,
Chrissy wears the
the
carpet.
way he
as a
says it, I
blanket.
lost my shoe. Like he's like so defeated.
I saw one that was like they show them two walking out of the forest, and it's like the best like couples Halloween costume, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
relish and ketchup packets not
I
included.
said that to you, didn't I?
That's fucking genius.
I'm fucking dying over here.
Fucking dying over
We're
here. you
fucking
selfish
dying over
prick.
here. R.I.P.
Yeah.
You know,
R.I.P. Chrissy, Paulie, one of them.
Chrissy's alive.
Nah,
Paul's
Chris is
dead.
dead.
Tony's dead. Johnny Sachs, I just saw a
Johnny
video of
Sack
him
is
recently,
fucking alive
and he looks
kicking.
old as fuck, but he's alive. You know who's still around is the fat guy that's
Bobby.
Uncle June. Yeah, he sells Steve Sherpa.
Not Uncle
Yeah.
June, it's Bob
No, that's
Bobby.
Bobby Bacala.
Yeah, Bobby Bacala.
His name's Steve
Oh,
Sherpa. He
works
sells.
with Uncle June, yeah, I think
He makes like mom's like sauce, like
Well,
spaghetti
tomato
sauce.
sauce.
He goes around
Yeah.
with. He goes around.
And the
with
funny
fucking
part is
wiener
he
dog.
advertises it as vegan, as if tomato sauce isn't vegan.
Yeah, right. I guess
But
they
I
don't
think
put
it's
I
meat
think
in
because-
it's not a meat sauce.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's-
Sunday gravy. You instead of like leaving the meat in, you just put like the neck bones and shit to get all the juice
No,
out of it. So I get that, but it is
Wouldn't
kind of
that
funny.
not
But
be
I,
like-
I
Yeah, it's not
absolutely I absolutely do find it hilarious when people slap a vegan label on something that's just vegan naturally.
Yeah,
It's
that
like-
would easily be
It's
vegan
It's like when you see
otherwise.
fat free on candy. It's
Yeah.
like you're missing the point.
It's sugar, not fat.
extra sugar.
And that's
No
just
fat.
that's just that the thing that makes you fat is fat.
Well, I love
That
that.
the sugar company put out there.
I love that Bobby Bacala just runs around with this little wiener dog with him everywhere he goes. He goes to like fucking Knicks games and he gets this little wiener dog that he carries around with him everywhere into the fucking games.
Do you mean his pet?
It is his pet, but it's
Well, his emotional
You're like,
support
"Fancy
animal.
him, this
Little-
dog, he just
it's
fucking
right,
walks
it's a
around
little
with it.
fucking
Walks
wiener
around the
dog.
fucking
It's-
dog like
Like-
an
He's got
asshole.
this fucking dog that he just
Like him
has.
and the dog just met on the street one day and they just get together every once
I
in
think
a while.
I think it is a rescue. I think it is a
He
rescue.
just knows this street dog that follows his ass around when he goes out. Knows his
It's
schedule
not
and
his
shit.
dog.
Well, it's
The
like
dog
a-
just
It's
falls.
just a dog, yeah.
It's like
I think
Steve-O.
he's his bodyguard.
Yeah, he like feeds it a bunch of garbage and shit too.
And it's like
So
Steve-O with his
we're here
dog.
at so and so's pizza today. I'm gonna feed this little wiener dog an entire large pizza.
Shamu.
He does
know
feed
what?
it crap.
You know what? Whenever I see somebody like feeding a dog like that constantly, I always think like that's the most unhealthy thing you could be doing for that dog. But goddamn, is it gonna die happy?
Oh yeah,
Living his life.
yeah. It was like there's a
He's here
old
for a good
text post
time,
where
not
it
a
was like-
long time.
right. There's
here
this
for
old
neither.
text post about a dog talking to a human, and it's just like, "Hey, what are you eating?" And he's like, "I'm eating pizza." It's like, "Ooh, can I have pizza?" It's like, "No, why not? Because you'll get fat." What's fat? Fat's what you get when you eat too much food. Ooh, I want to get fat.
Well, I
Let's
was
get
just like
fat
that-
together. Let's like, fuck yeah, dude. Like,
I always see
Oh,
on
man,
like that dog
so,
pages I follow where it's like fucking mom made me do but like 4 tricks for half a treat, and then so you're a fucking sleeve of Oreos without doing any tricks.
Fucking so Halloween we had a potluck at the school, right? And one of the little kids, like, he ended
pot
up
at
eating
school?
so much that like, because we took his costume off and just had like his normal clothes under, so he could eat and just get like all his mess on his normal clothes and then put his costume back on. And so we go to put his costume back on, and he's eaten so much that he can't like zip it all the way up in the back anymore.
Hell yeah.
And the
We've all been
fucking
there.
and the teacher tells him, she's like, "What happened? This fit you like an hour ago." And he just looks up at her and goes, "I'm fat."
don't you get it?
Beast, yeah.
That kid is a
Hey,
bright
teach,
future.
I'm fat.
He's
What
gonna
do
be
you
one
want
of those
from me?
He's gonna be one of those kids where you make fun of him for being fat, and he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it's me.
Wait, are you trying to insult me? I don't feel like you're insulting me.
No,
I've been saying it for years.
Insulting?
You know, I just realized this does really look like Nazi stuff.
Yeah, it looks exactly like you
It's
just,
literally
you just
designed to
decided
look like that. That's the whole point.
Well, I mean, it's clearly Star Wars. We're not Nazis.
That's an
Well,
Iron
at
Cross.
least
when you say
me and
clearly,
Austin aren't.
you
This
mean,
is an Iron Cross.
Yeah.
I say when you say the words clearly Star Wars, you mean like vaguely, right?
Vaguely Star
No,
Wars.
like that fucking
Someone who knows what Star Wars is.
that like
would kill
fucking
themselves.
skull on the other one, like that's just their
The
version of the
Mandalorian.
War Eagle.
The Mandalorian skull.
Yeah, that's
Well,
just
clearly
yeah.
the fucking Empire is supposed to be the Nazis, so they're going to use Nazi-looking stuff.
Religious man
We're
is
not
always Iron
Nazis.
Cross.
Just the dog and Tim.
Just the dog and Tim.
Just the dog and Tim, not me who put up the flags.
No, no,
I
no.
did this for the dog and Tim.
You know,
I just like Star
you know,
Wars.
I wasn't on board, and then I started talking to the dog, and goddamn it, he makes some good points.
Maybe it wasn't 6 million.
We can't put up with this.
He does say on the daily to us, save some
You
room
know-
for later, Augustus.
You know, he told me to he told me to start keeping some cash and gold under my mattress because you can't trust the bank. You know, he's got a fucking point.
I just don't like when he yells white power at the neighbors.
Yeah, it gets
And I'm like,
a
you're
little,
brown. What's happening?
It gets a little embarrassing. I'd prefer to keep the conversations in the house.
Right. Let's keep it in-house.
I feel like you look like a Squizgar, just sitting there playing guitar while we're fucking doing this. Just like you're
Yeah,
strumming
exactly.
shit.
I actually just I'm just here
Squeeze
casually
Jar,
shredding like Squeezgar, and
It's
they
no
both
big
do
deal.
it,
I
don't
play
they?
guitar.
It's called the
pretty cool.
grocery store, you douchebags. Sorry for the douchebags. They got a low blood sugar.
Pickles nickels, because nickels is money too.
Foods libraries.
They just made like a new movie like a few years ago.
They just played
it.
at, whatever.
Let's stop
one in
this.
Sacramento.
Let's stop this and just go watch the movie.
Let's just stop
Heyo.
this and beat the hell out of
They
you.
do have one song in their new album I actually liked. The rest of them are like so-so. He's not a very like great musician. Fucking Brendan Small.
Well,
No,
it
he
was
wrote
a
all- he wrote all that
novelty.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, his whole point is that he
mainstream
became like a douchebag. Fucking, he wanted to like cancel the show entirely. And he's like, I'm just gonna tour as fucking Death Clock now. And like, hey, you know how you're a comedian writer, not a fucking metal musician? You did some shit that I did was alright, but the people liked the show, not just the music.
Right, but I mean, if he's making money anyways, why not live his dream for a little while?
Yeah.
Well, people pay for it.
Yeah, I mean,
People
he's
pay
got
for it.
fu-
It's the
he's
same
got,
thing
like,
with the
a
Gorillas
shitload
and
of
whatnot. I
shows
think they
in
actually toured
syndication.
last with the Gorillas.
yeah. Oh, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
my
they-
favorite is still Home Movies is fucking great.
Home
Like,
movies is. I love home movies. It was
It's
it's
fucking-
John Benjamin's like intro for my
Oh yeah, he
He's
was like
the-
Coach
he's the
McGurk,
coach.
right?
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, that's fucking way back. That was like early 2000. Well, that's not way back, but early 2000s, right?
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
it looks
Yeah.
older
I think
because it's
Brendan
shittily
Small's-
drawn
I think
on
it's Brendan
purpose.
Small's
Yeah.
first show, and it was he made that for whatever it's called.
It's so
Adult
great.
Swim.
It's so great. What else did he make? He didn't do Moral Oral, did he? No.
I've still
he
never
might
watched
have.
that one.
He might have did more oral.
Wait, what?
I've still never watched Moral Oral. I've looked at like
Oh,
the
it's
synopsis,
fucking-
not synopsis, but
It
the
is
the plots and
hilarious.
everything. But
No, Moral Oral is one of those shows. Like, if you haven't watched it, you should just stop watching whatever you're watching now and watch
It's
that.
just a
Like,
hilarious
That
like,
fucking
take
good,
on
huh?
like
Yeah.
ridiculously like,
Goddamn.
Christian people. Like his dad's clearly like a fucking horn dog and shit, and beats the hell out
That,
of him
you-
for
let's
it.
just don't even keep telling him. Like, it's one of those things. Like, as you like find out more about the shows you're watching it, like your jaw just drops. Like, they did what with this
Well,
shit?
I
Like,
feel like that was the first
Like-
show that really like kicked off their like crazy or ridiculous shit. Like it still had a plot. It wasn't like the fucking Tim and Dave's. What the fuck is the
Tim and Eric.
Tim and
and
Eric's
Eric,
awesome
yeah.
show?
I
where it
can't
was just, like, random
stand so.
skit. I think it's
I
hilarious.
could never get into any of the like live action shit they did on Adult Swim.
But do you
Like, I
remember
couldn't
Mr.
stand any of
Pickles?
it. I like Mr. Pickle.
That was
Yeah.
that's what I feel like. Fucking, it was more really kicked off them. To like, yeah, shows like that are all right. It's just
Yeah.
fucking craziness.
Well,
It has a plot,
I
but
mean,
it's just crazy.
yeah, Moral Oral's not quite in the same vein as like Mr. Pickles or like Super Jail, where like it's just fucking wild random nonsense. Like
yeah, Super Jail's
Moral
fucking
Oral
insane.
like definitely follows like a story, and like the characters fucking have like growth and decay and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Super Jail is a real good one, and if you're trying hallucinogens, go ahead and ruin your mind watching that while on those hallucinogens.
yeah, no, so you can't. You definitely can't watch that show sober because you'll just be like, "What the fuck is
What's
this?"
going on? Yeah.
I remember my
Yeah.
first episode watching it just randomly. It was just like how I got into Metalocalypse. I just watched it like fucking 2 in the morning one night when I was like 17, and the fucking it was
17?
the one where it's like they do a battle royale in Super Jail, and it cuts in like this fucking like funk band's like, if you're stuck in Super Jail, don't fret. He sings like a whole song, and then they like cut him down. He's like, hey, what the fuck? I still got 2 more minutes on this shit.
Yeah, that show. I love Super Jail. I really
That was
do.
for I think Metalocalypse was the first
I think it's
one.
super.
Metalocalypse was the first one I
Oh, it's
saw.
super
is
duper.
They do where they go into the submarine and they're fucking making music. He's like, it's $3 million a second for this thing, and then it cuts to a fucking what's his name? Nathan
Is
Floyd.
it
He's like,
warming up?
Bah, 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 bah.
Well, no,
And he's like, "It's like that was like $7 million."
no.
He's
When,
like, "Oh."
He just
well,
makes,
no.
like,
What I
random
was thinking of
songs.
when you mentioned that is like they've gone through all of this. They've talked about how much it costs, and like they've recorded like an entire album's worth, and he's just sitting there going, delete.
Yeah.
and one of them's like, that's the third fucking full album you've deleted. Like,
Yeah. So,
We didn't like it. Costs like
They
billions
have-
of dollars.
they have that like fucking super producer. He comes in like he gets all fucked up on the descent from his like fucking the whatever.
he gets the
pressure shades.
bends. Yeah.
Well, he's like he comes down. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll fix this over with some pop rocks and coke." He fucking takes that and his nose starts bleeding.
It looks like he just did Brendan Small. That is, it looks like he just did Metalocalypse and home movies. That was it. He's a voice actor and director and a bunch of other things.
I would
Nothing on Moral
absolutely-
Oral though.
If
He was acted in Reno 911 for a couple episodes.
if I was
don't know what it
just
looks
the
like.
creator of fucking Metalocalypse and home movies, I would call that a solid career.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's not bad.
You did,
The creator,
you've done amazing
fucking
things for
My
TV.
My favorite, like, rewatching Reno 911 not too long ago, my favorite episode is they have the English cop come down and he's, like, shadowing them. And he just uses every cop in there to, like, let him fucking run wild and, like, commit a shitload of crimes. He, like, fucking stabs some dude. At the very end, he's like, all right, they pull up to a bank. He's like, all right, give us your gun. He's like, what? Why would-" He's like, just give us your fucking gun. Takes it, robs the bank, runs out, gets shot on the way out. And he's like, here, take all the money. This was a fun time.
Just
Yeah.
always wanted to do that
Yeah.
because he never had guns in England.
One
never
I
did
like is
there.
the Reading Ron episode, where there's a guy that does like a children's show, like a fucking like Mr. Rogers type show or whatever. In this episode,
name's Reading Ron.
he's going along with the fucking like sheriff's department, like on all their ride-alongs and shit. And everywhere they take him, it just goes fucking horribly. Like they take him to see some fucking like to do a and then they fucking pull over and fucking stop some prostitutes. And he's like, I can't use any of this. And like everything they do with him, it's just completely unusable. And then finally, like they set up one at the end where they're like, okay, we're just gonna rescue this kitten off the roof of this building. And so fucking Garcia goes up and gets the cat. And while he's fucking holding the cat, or no, a Junior goes up and gets the cat. And while he's holding the cat scratches him, and he immediately drops it into an AC unit.
I remember seeing the movie in theaters, and like I felt like I was the only one in the theater who laughed when Junior walks in and he's like, "Sorry guys, I actually wore my my vest on the outside today." And I'm like, "What? You've been doing that for the
You do
last
that every day.
25 years."
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't notice.
Yeah.
So what's your fucking problem?
Dead air. No.
It sounds like
That's all
it
I
sounds
ever
like
think
you
of when it
watched
gets
that.
quiet.
It sounds like you watched that movie with a theater full of people that don't really watch the show.
Probably. It's
Like,
probably just a bunch of
yeah.
like teens who never actually watched the show.
Fucking teens, man.
They were
In all
the
fairness,
same-
not
the
that it
same
was like a
kids who snuck
particularly
into,
great movie or anything like that,
It was the
but
greatest
when we
movie
went and
that's
saw
ever been
Super Troopers 2 in theaters, it was on 420, and like nobody laughed.
Oh yeah, fucking.
That beginning's hilarious though.
I don't
They could have been
remember
too
the second one.
stoned, where you
Oh,
can't even
Yeah,
laugh.
no, I saw.
There was someone that was too
so-
stoned. They
yeah.
like 15 minutes into the movie, they passed out and like fell on the ground.
Yeah, I got.
Hell yeah.
I got
it was
way.
crazy. They had to call 911 and everything.
I got way too
Yes.
stoned before the Aqua Teen movie and passed out like 5 minutes in.
I
And,
got
like,
way too
just slept
stoned.
through the whole
He
thing.
did.
I was
Like-
too stoned before Panama Express, and all that happened was I laughed very loudly, and my buddies, there were like some hot girls in front of us who were getting mad that I was laughing too loudly, and they were like, they clearly had in their heads like, we'll fuck these girls after this movie, so yell at him for laughing too loudly, and I told both of them to get fucked.
Nice.
Yeah, we're supposed to be laughing.
My
Bobby and Skinny, both of you can get fucked when we were 16. You guys were trying to fuck the hot girls in front of us, and I was laughing stoned at the fucking movie.
yeah, come fight
You
him.
got it.
He's taking all challengers. My favorite part of watching Pineapple Express in theaters was it cut out for like 5 seconds, like just randomly towards the beginning of the movie. And because of that, they gave us vouchers to go see another movie.
Tim's
on the
favorite
way
part
out.
of watching Panama
And
Express
so
was
we
getting it
went
for
back
free.
in. No, we went back in and saw Tropic Thunder.
There you go.
Oh
Hell yeah.
shit!
Yeah.
Wait, did those come out? At the
So
same
that was
Double
like a great.
dip.
That was a great double feature.
Yeah.
Did those even come out at the same time?
They were out at the same time.
No, he's lying.
yes. Yeah, I'm making this all up.
But this is a great story. Go on.
Yeah, that
I'm pretty sure Tropic
Holy
Thunder
shit,
came
I
out
feel like I'm
after
there
the
now.
Animal
that was the end of the
Festival.
story.
That was it.
Yeah.
You want me to tell it again?
Yeah, could
Yes,
you
time.
start from the top?
Oh, which one?
He has
You want,
time.
you want me to say it backwards?
I didn't. I was gonna take notes and then I didn't. So maybe start from the top.
I remember seeing the first Spider-Man in theaters with our parents, and then the something happened. The film stopped halfway through, and they turned the lights on and we're gonna get it fixed. And my dad was drunk, and he's
And
like, "This
pissed.
is fucking bullshit!" Shouts out loud, thinking that's gonna fix it. You know how that
Oh,
fixes
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
problem. And then, like
That does
halfway
it.
through,
Yell at
he's-
me. That'll help.
It always works with your
and,
TV.
like, as the movie starts playing and it's fixed again, he's loudly shouts to my mom, "Should we just fucking leave and go get our money back?"
He wanted to leave anyways. Like, oh my god, an excuse.
He
Let's
realized
go.
he had-
Time to go.
Perfect.
All right.
He realized he
Right.
made a huge mistake. He's saying, "Let's go see this movie as a family."
And then he got there and he's like, oh, I should not have done
I just realized I hate the movies and I'm drunk and I want to go home.
that.
I would much
Realize
rather.
I'm wasted and I'm restless right now.
I would much rather.
It's not a good place for this.
I would much rather watch a movie in the living room where I can get up every 15 minutes.
I remember seeing.
Just go to sleep.
Mm.
I remember seeing Attack of the Clones
That
with
works,
the
too.
Gary's dad who took us, and he clocked out at like the loudest point, and like I was sitting next to him, and he's fucking sawing logs at like the loudest point in the movie. Like, how are you asleep for this? Just right next to me.
Just blasting through it, dude.
My
Fuck
favorite
yeah.
part about seeing Pineapple Express is the guy that was sleeping and snoring loudly. And we got it for free. Ba-ba-bam.
Might have been better than movie, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I just heard free and I freaked out.
I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going.
Dead air.
Eh.
Dead air.
Dead
Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
I'm just looking through.
Bryce is drinking out of
How
his
pissed
little
off
goblet.
was everyone when you saw
Little thingy
when you saw the
from the
live action
IBU
Pink
tap room in
Panther,
Milpitas.
and you realized that
I stole
shit
this.
is
It's not
a
the
fun
Pink
of
Panther. It's not a
anime Pink
cartoon.
Panther. It's a
Yes.
real fucking thief who was a real person at
Oh,
some point
man.
in life.
No, as a kid,
God damn it!
as a kid, I was definitely flipping through the TV one day, and I was like, "Oh, Pink Panther," and then the commercials ended, and it was that, and I was
Wait,
like,
why
"This
the
is
fuck am I
some
seeing
bullshit."
Steve Martin? I don't care about
They-
seeing
what
a
was it
French
for? What were they
Steve
advertising?
Martin.
I don't
Fucking-
care about Steve Martin yet. I'm 6.
Oh.
Like-
Yeah, I don't need this
Jesus.
crap.
Ugh.
I'd never even seen the Steve Martin movie, to be completely honest.
Really?
No,
Never
I-
saw like
Yeah, never-
Trains, Planes, and
never.
Automobiles.
I've seen
That,
parts
Mr.
of it.
Magoo, haven't seen a lot of those things.
I remember, or what's it called?
Oh, you've never
there
seen
was,
a Steve Martin movie? Is that what
like
you're
any
saying?
no,
Steve
I
Martin?
never seen the Pink Panther Steve
Oh,
Martin.
okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not
That's
it's about the original
I was
Pink
about to
Panther
have to-
story where he's playing like a French fucking inspector who's finding some thief who like calls himself the Pink Panther. I think it's based on some actual thief that was like the Black Cat or some shit like that.
It was me.
It was Tim. Tim was 1956 or something.
I'm like 200.
He was like
You timeless?
Tim
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
Tim is Steve Martin.
I've always said
Steve
that.
Martin does tour
I'm
with his band. He
Dean
plays
Martin,
banjo.
damn it.
He's Dean Martin.
And Mandolin, I think.
Dean Martin.
Either way, you're dead by the end of the night.
You're dead. All right, you and your buddies are dead.
Fucking dead.
magnetized. You did this. You're magnetized.
Oh, good. He thinks we're ghosts.
You guys remember fucking what's it called? Be Kind Rewind? That's my favorite.
Actually, never seen it.
What a
Ah,
long
that shit.
reference.
It was very
I've
like
seen. I know
uh,
I've seen it. I don't
it was
remember
a
it
very
at
movie
all.
with
really-
Blackjack or
I-
Blackjack.
there's
Now
really,
I remember it
there's really
entirely.
only
Thank
two
you.
Jack Black and Most Def.
in Most Def and
You,
Blackjack and
you saying Jack Black's name wrong made me remember that
Blackjack
entire
and
movie.
Def
I don't know
Mos.
how.
Back Jack
Uh,
Black making.
my
Maggot.
two favorite
Black
scenes
Mos.
is when they're actually
Def
breaking
Jack.
in. They do like a cops pull up and they like lean against the fucking fence and like the fucking camouflage they have on just matches perfectly at that second And I remember laughing at that, and then that scene where he comes in and he realizes he destroyed all the movies. Like, you did this. You're magnetized.
You're magnetized. You're baptized.
Was it Orlando Jones in fucking remember Evolution?
Yes, he was in it.
The fuck did you just say?
Why was it
I heard Dorlando
shouting,
Jones.
"Took it,
Orlando
took it, took it,
Jones,
took
he's my favorite.
I've seen Evolution. All right, continue.
Yeah,
it." See,
with Orlando Jones
it's got Mulder in it.
and Orlando Jones.
And he fucks a lot of women in Californication. So
Remember?
he's a horn dog who believes in aliens.
Right?
Oh.
Austin believes that all TV shows and movies are one central
They
plot
are
line.
a central.
They're all canon to each other.
I do like running
He
that.
not only
idea.
believes they're real, but he believes they all connect.
I do like running that idea.
Anything that the guy that played Mulder was in, he thinks those are
Oh.
all the same.
Anything David Duchovny was in, he's Mulder and everything.
I don't. I really don't give a fuck about anybody being a celebrity. So if I
You don't
ever
give a
actually
damn.
like run into a celebrity, I really want to do the whole bit where like I treat him like he is the character in whatever I last saw him
I
in.
think they just get really
Well,
annoyed with that.
I don't give a fuck.
What if you don't? What if you
It's
don't
not
actually
what they
know who they
want.
are?
It's what
Yeah,
Tim wants
yes.
to do.
This is not about
Or what are you
them.
missing here?
I'm sorry you haven't been in enough things for me to remember your actual name. You're just one character to
Well, you
me,
don't-
so that's your fucking name now.
That would probably be the more inclination for myself. It's like you see, what the fuck is his name? Play Walter White. You call him Walter White.
No, even better, you don't call them by their character's name. Oh, hey, you're Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Here's Breaking Bad.
I know. It's
Yes,
probably,
I'm the actor from Breaking Bad.
Oh
Yeah,
shit, you're the one who
yeah,
knocks.
honey,
I don't even know the
Breaking
character's
Bad.
name.
It's probably better than that kid who's the King Joffrey.
Mr. Bad,
in
can we have a photo with you?
In what's called the fucking
Lord
show
of the
of
Rings.
Dragons.
You mean Prince Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones, where he was getting fucking spit at for being King Joffrey. And
Oh.
people were like, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah,
in
he quit.
real
Oh,
life.
That's right.
Did you see the?
Same thing with the Anakin kid. He also got death threats in real life for doing the part of disservice by nut jobs.
Did you? I know. I
He's
showed
also
it to.
schizophrenic.
I showed it to
the
Austin
kid who-
earlier.
from Jingle All the Way and all that shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's schizophrenic. That's why he stopped being in movies.
The kid was
He
from
lost his
Jingle
mind. He
All
had to
the
be
Way?
like
Oh,
committed a few times. Is
Yeah.
he? Yeah, he's the same kid.
I was gonna say
Anakin
he
is
had
that
like
kid.
mental
Did they
issues
shock
that-
him
I
in the
never
brain
put
and
that
stuff?
together. Just right now.
Jamie!
Well, they
But,
beat him
He
with a
looks like
stick.
fucking. Now that he's older, he looks like fucking AJ from The Sopranos.
Oh,
Yeah, he
yeah,
really
a
does. He
lot
kind
like
of has
him.
the same
So
face.
I showed this to Austin earlier, but did you see the
Your
Jason?
penis?
the-
Good God.
yeah, well,
I didn't want to see
that-
that. Then I want to see
I
that
showed this to
too.
Austin earlier. Have you seen my
but
penis?
did you see the Jason Kelsey video earlier?
Oh,
Yeah, when he was at the Penn State Ohio State game. and he
Yeah.
took
Fucking
that
wins
kid's
That
that
was
phone on
fucking
ground.
great.
What happened?
So Jason Kelsey was at the Penn State Ohio State game, and he's walking into the game, and a bunch of kids are like following him around, like yelling shit at him, and one of them fucking yells, "Hey, what do you think of your brother being a faggot for dating Taylor Swift?" And he just turns around and grabs the kid's phone out of his hand, whips it to the ground, and then picks it up and walks away with it.
Yeah.
So now he's
I'll
got
buy
that.
a new
Like,
one,
now
bitch.
he's
But
got-
also, like,
Maybe
what are you
I-
gonna do? I'm fucking 3 times your size.
We might
Yeah.
have aggravated assault. He's got a fucking robbery.
Yeah.
When he took that out
Dude,
of his
the
hand,
kid just
it's
made
so-
easy money in a settlement.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
That's
Perfect.
exactly what'll happen.
Big man got to blow off some steam.
Well, yeah. That is the other end of that. Like,
At bare minimum, he's
Being-
buying new phones.
being called a faggot does not give you the right to assault and rob somebody.
Oh, but I wish it did.
What word does give you that right, Tim?
What is
It
the
definitely
word,
gives you the
man?
motivation.
Let's start from the top
The word rob me.
with
Rob
N.
me.
Let's see. He begins
The
suffering
word
from
beat me up
visual
and rob me?
auditory hallucinations caused him to miss classes and earn poor grades. He complained to people with black eyes following him.
Black guys.
Imaginary conversations with Jon Stewart while watching the
John
Daily
Cena.
Show.
I mean, who hasn't?
We all talk to John.
I talked
you
to
know?
John on the daily.
I talk to John every night before bed.
I talked to John on the Daily Show. Yeah, he's paranoid schizophrenia in 2008, unaware of his condition due to
Nailed
anosognosia, is a condition in which a person with a disability is cognitively unaware of having it due to the underlying physical condition, which basically means you have a mental disorder,
You don't
but
know.
since you have this disorder as well, you don't know that you have the other one.
That's fun.
Which is like, okay, like, so everything's normal, right?
Like a
Which I feel like
sociopath.
schizophrenia is kind of lends itself to that anyway.
No, I
what
I don't
else
know a
does he have?
schizophrenic person that's
He
like gone over the
has-
edge that goes like, oh yeah, this is just the voices talking, unless they're heavily medicated, right?
Well, that's true. Yeah, I've had clients who have schizophrenia.
He-
They're
sometimes
aware
they
of
know.
schizophrenia.
I don't know enough about it. Maybe I'm just making.
So he
bad
has-
really
judgments.
bad to not
he
know.
has schizophrenia, and then he has a disorder that makes him not realize that
It's
he has
probably more
schizophrenia.
about like him,
Right.
him being unable
Like
to
it makes him
accept it.
unable of being aware of it.
It's double
Yeah,
trouble.
you
is
can
what
tell him,
it's
and he'd be
called.
like, "No, it's not true." Like, kind of. I mean, I don't know how the fuck he'd really react, but yeah,
well-
anosognosia.
I went to school for 4 years for this, so in my professional opinion, he's fucked.
He's fucked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's in
Thanks,
my
Dr. Greg.
my undergraduate studies. We learned that people with this condition are all kinds of messed
I
up.
was in a research group. We did all kinds of research. I can tell you right now, that guy's fucked.
He's not doing well.
He's
in
fucked
the
up, he's,
studies
like,
that I read,
retarded or
it said
something.
that this wasn't good.
Shit's all fucked up.
Shit's
It's all fucked up.
and, like,
Shit's fucked
retarded or
up.
something.
I'm fucked up. I need tronics.
Get fucked up, man.
I think
I don't know. I'm
he's
still
retarded
like
or
stuck on
something.
that. Like the
Stuck
idea
on
that
stupid?
like somebody could straight up like tell you, like they could sit there and like explain to you in detail how you're schizophrenic, and your
Well-
brain's just like, nope.
We explained to
This
you
is your
on the daily
prescription.
how you're
Mm.
retarded, and you don't seem to get it.
Yeah.
I think that's for different reasons, but I feel like it's also a
think
similar outcome.
Both of you
right?
guys have been telling people they're retarded for 20,
Wait,
20 years.
You mean I'm retarded? No. Was that one episode of was that not Mindhunter? What's the other show? Where he switches bodies and stuff.
Oh,
His soul switches
the-
bodies.
the
Quantum
Netflix
Leap.
one?
Where he wakes up and he's like, I'm retarded.
Oh, I'm retarded. I
Oh,
love how like they did a whole
yeah.
thing where
Scott
they had-
Bakula.
They actually had like some dude with Down
Scott
syndrome like
Bakula.
standing in the area to get the perfect pullback, and the guy was self-aware enough to get the double chin going. When he does it, watch it again. He
I'm
like
gonna need you to
he
lean
looks
into it,
down.
pal.
He's like, "Oh shit, let me get my double chin."
Well,
going.
maybe they had his treat on the
Like
floor and he was looking at it.
Right? They just gave him a
Just put a
mark.
candy bar on the floor and they're like, you look at that, and then when it's over, you can have it.
Did you see that they made a new one of those, a Quantum Leap, with the Asian guy who plays Asian Jim in The Office?
Good old Asian Jim.
A good old, yeah.
He
good
also
old-
plays.
He's, what's his name? Kim Jong Un in the.
He's Kim Jong Un.
Does he play?
that's it.
Does he play
something
anything in
Steve
anything
Park,
I've seen?
Mr. Park.
Yes,
His name is Park.
What's it called?
His name is something
That
Park.
helps.
The
It's
interview.
John.
The interview.
You
Candy
know,
Plays
Park.
Kim Jong Un.
we got the movie.
It's been too long.
It's not that long. It's like 4 years old.
No, it's
You
over.
retarded?
I don't think it's
Retired.
4 I think it's a
Retard.
bit more than 4 years old.
Retired.
Came out before I lived here. And I've
Retired.
been living here for like 7 or 8 years.
I'm a retired retard.
I'm retired, retard. I've
There it is.
retarded before,
I'm
but I'm still
retarded?
No,
retarded
I'm,
now.
I'm good. Everything's doing
I'm
great.
retarded? I think it's.
High fidelity.
I'm retarded?
What is the premise of this movie?
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Oh,
dude.
look at him. He gets
It's
the
the
double
Bullwinkle
chin
shirt for
going.
me.
Oh, they told him.
They pulled
It's
him
the
saying I'm
Bullwinkle
retarded
shirt for
out.
me.
that was fucked.
I'm telling you, there's treats on the floor. I've
He
seen it a
straight up
million
says,
times.
fucking before you pulls that door open, I'm retarded?
I'm retarded?
I want you to give me your best silly head face.
I like how they told him, like, hey, get that double chin going. Chin down, chin down.
How could this be?
Should we shave his neck beard? No, we should leave it.
No. We want him fully looking retarded.
He needs to look like a full-on retard. Imagine explaining that to the guy with Down syndrome who doesn't have any other cognitive disability. They just got him for the show, and they're like, "Yeah, you're the retard in this." He goes,
He's
"What the
just
fuck,
happy-
you guys?"
He's
There we
happy,
go.
Right?
he's happy to get money for candy.
All right, what do
dude.
you need me to do on this? We need you to do the
Well,
double
I
chin
did,
thing and stand in front of this mirror, and we're gonna film you. I was like, what for? Like, what's my motivation? What's my character? And he's like, "Oh, you're retarded."
And
Oh,
You
shit.
guys.
Well, I will
That's
say,
really nice of you to assun that they gave him money for candy instead of just directly giving him candy.
Just gave him candy.
That guy was paid Snickers for sure.
he had an agent who's paid money, but he's like, just pay him Snickers. That's all.
He loves Snickers.
He's
Well,
he's just gonna spend it on Snickers.
So I will say,
If you give him $50,000, he's gonna buy $50,000 worth of Snickers.
He's really weird. He doesn't like to buy the big old, like, massive ones.
No.
he likes to buy all the fun size ones and eat them individually.
You know, it's
a
kind of
lot of
hard.
plastic.
It's hard to get those. when
He
it's
only
Halloween.
buys them individually.
He
too.
shuts fun size every time
It's
he
a lot
eats
of plastic,
one.
really.
Yeah.
Fun
So basically, you're
size.
gonna be giving him $50,000 in quarters that he can take down to the fucking convenience store and get fucking Snickers with.
Anyway,
I did think when I remember watching what's called the Ringer, the guy who was like, and then you woke me up late, so I didn't have lunch. I had breakfast. I thought he was actually retarded,
Nope.
and then you find out that he's not. And when you see him,
it's
all
pretty
Oh,
much. It's
man.
just
Serial
the
killer.
guy that has Down syndrome clearly, and then the guy that writes for a
So-
bunch of that shit.
Well, the guy
It-
who says Moody beat your butt. He's got Down syndrome, clearly.
Yeah,
I love how that movie got away with so much shit just by having actual disabled people in it.
That was their whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
But they had so many people that were not disabled just doing
Well,
shit that was
you
just
scratch
so
my
fucking
sneak kid.
offensive.
Most of the-
that
towards
dude
them.
is like a writer in
Yeah,
Hollywood.
he's like a famous writer, and
He
the
wrote part of that movie.
really the
That's
only-
why we got away with it.
The only
Oh,
one
okay,
in that
okay.
group who's retarded and is not like famous for it is the Moody guy. He's like, I don't need look ugly. Moody beat your butt. He runs to a fucking
What does he look like?
okay, wrap it up.
The black
Oh
guy.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's got that. You can see
He's
Down
clearly got
syndrome.
Down
on him.
syndrome, but like the rest of them were
They're
not
just
special
playing
needs at all,
retarded.
yeah.
That black guy I thought was retarded. He's not. I've seen
I
him
thought
in
he
another
was
movie.
too. Yeah. The only one you knew
He's
for sure.
normal.
The only one we knew for a fact when you first saw it
was Johnny
Johnny
Knoxville.
No,
Knoxville.
not
Yeah.
besides Johnny Knoxville. Was when the fuck did we get ice cream? Because you saw him in Super Troopers.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was probably my
Snosberries
favorite
taste
part
like
of that movie,
Snosberries.
though.
The Snosberries taste like Snosberries.
Of
when,
course.
when he's sitting there talking about getting them ice cream, and the kid just goes, "When the fuck did we get ice cream?"
Did you
They
get
ad
ice
libbed
cream?
that. That's why you watch Johnny Knoxville loses his fucking mind. They couldn't get him to not lose his fucking mind, so they just kept it.
Did you get ice cream? Can I get that ice cream now?
When the fuck did we get ice cream? So pissed. I would be too. What the hell happened? I was with you guys the whole time.
What was I in
Somehow
the
you guys
fucking
got ice cream?
bathroom? Like,
Was I asleep?
Remember when John Knoxville was in Walking Tall with fucking The Rock?
yes, that shit.
That was one of those ones where you
He's
like
just
The
the
Rock
Johnny
first thought he was
Knoxville in
getting out
that.
there as an actor. And my favorite one with The Rock was it had Sean William Scott in it, and it's what the fuck's the one where he's in South America?
Yeah, with what's her
Wasn't
name
that
from?
Still Walking Tall?
It's not Walking Tall.
No.
No, it's a different one.
the
called like
Medica.
the fucking
Same exact
Zoe
plot.
Saldana.
Same exact
It's
plot,
well,
just
so
in a different
similar,
country.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's going to get
Well,
like
it's in another country, not in America.
But it's a South American. He's going to get Sean William Scott back for his for his father or something, and the son wants to get like some fucking famous like
Arnold was
Native
in it, right?
American. No, not at all.
No.
But fucking, it had some famous girl in it. I can't remember her name. She was big at the time. So down.
Zoe Saldana.
Let's
But
describe
there's a
describe
scene-
every movie that
There's
we
just like
can.
a scene where
Let's
like
just
guess
the
what it
whole
is.
Describe
premise,
every movie you've ever seen starting
the
A
whole
to Z.
premise
Go.
of the movies are like fucking The Rock won't use guns and he won't like beat people to death because he used to do that shit. He used to beat people up and he fucking kicked the shit out of them.
Walking
Kill
Tall.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
Walking
no,
Tall.
No, this is a different one. I was gonna look it up right now. But fucking
Keep
and
describing the movie though. We want to
there's a
keep.
No,
scene
there-
where-
there-
there's a scene at the end of the movie.
There is
where,
another
like,
fucking
all
rock
the-
movie
all,
like
the
that, but
guys
you're
from-
describing
all,
Walking
like, the
Tall.
Gangster guys from fucking South American.
You're talking about the rundown
the
with
Rundown.
Sean William
Eat
Scott.
Shit and die, both of you. It is a real another movie, not
It's The Rock, Zoe Saldana, and Sean William
the-
Scott.
See, I'm thinking
We
of-
understand that the rundown exists. We know what it is, but you are describing Walking Tall.
Yeah,
It
you
is,
were.
of course, it's the same.
Well, the
it's
Rundown-
Walking Tall in South
Oh,
America.
you know who else is in that? Is fucking you look at my guy all wrong. What's the wrong?
Oh yeah,
You're
he's
talking
the
about
bad guy.
Christopher
yeah.
Walken?
He's the bad guy.
Walken's the bad guy.
Yeah.
So
I
is
just remember
Ernie
there's a
Reyes
scene-
Jr.
I just remember
Yeah.
there's a scene where fucking Sean William Scott's like, please help me, they're coming to get me. And then fucking The Rock's like, all right,
Well, The Rock
motherfucker,
is a bounty
I'm
hunter.
I'm off now. And then he starts kicking the shit out of people and just fucking bashing their heads in with wood.
He has
and
a whip
starts
at the
using
end?
a gun again because he's not
He has
supposed
a whip
to use
at the
gun.
end.
And I think he has a whip at the end. That might have been Walking Tall. Can't remember.
Nope, that was
But-
definitely that one.
You're describing an amalgamation
He gets
of both
it.
movies.
He gets it from what's his name? The bad guy.
Oh yeah, he does. He steals it from fucking fucking. I'm talking about a guy all wrong.
No,
Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
No, he's
No,
different.
that's
No,
not.
that's not the guy.
This other guy who's talking to my guy all
The
wrong.
guy who sounds like him.
We
He
did
says
just
you're
start-
talking to my guy all wrong. You know.
We started
Let's dive into
rewatching that
Business Saturday.
series.
I
No,
don't.
not
I don't
Christopher
think you
Walken.
watched either of these
The wrong guy.
movies.
No.
I think you just watched a compilation of rock movie trailers.
I read the Wikipedia.
Yeah, I think you just watched highlights of a rock movie. career.
We started watching that Severance show, and that shit's fucking crazy. Rewatching it because the second season's coming out soon. It's got fucking what the fuck's his name from Parks and Rec?
I love him in Parks and Rec.
Abed?
No,
Ben
You know how
from
many
Parks and
people
Rec.
Ben.
are? Okay, I was about to say. You know how many people?
Parks and Rec. I was thinking
Ben
of fucking
Wyatt's
Community. I don't know why.
character is the character. I don't remember the actor's name.
you got it right. His name is Ben in the movie, in the
Yeah,
show.
it's Ben Wyatt in the show.
Ben
I can't-
Schwartz?
I can't remember.
No,
The
just
actor.
at first he just said, "You know that guy from Parks and Rec." That was a huge cast.
No, you know where I was going. You know where I was
Massive
going.
guess. There's a lot of people.
I mean, for your point, Bryce guessed it immediately.
See?
He's like Ben. So you're fucking stupid.
No,
Bitch.
Austin
I said Abed.
Ben.
I thought he was talking about Community.
I thought you said
Right.
Ben.
No,
I thank you for trying to help me. I'm gonna own up to this one like a complete asshole.
No,
Did you know that
no.
Ernie Reyes Jr. is from San Jose?
Hopefully. Who?
Ernie
Yeah,
Reyes
who?
Jr.
Who's
He's
that?
in the rundown.
Ben?
I don't
Okay.
remember who he is in the rundown. I remember
that tells me
Sean
nothing.
William Scott.
He's well,
and
you
The
probably
Rock.
know him from Rush Hour 2 as Zing.
Nope.
But he's also in both of
Cheadle?
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies.
Nope.
He's Keno in the
Oh,
second
he's
one.
Keno.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He was in a lot of things in that time.
Yep. Yeah, he was in
hot.
let's see.
He's like
Surf
a
Ninjas.
he looks
Everybody
like
loves Surf Ninjas.
Hawaiian or something, or
Have-
like Filipino.
Have we watched it on the show? But when the Teenage Mutant
Filipino.
Ninja Turtles went on Oprah, it is hilarious. It is
What,
one of the
what
greatest
happened on
things ever.
Oprah?
You
The
watch
Ninja Turtles one on there.
the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh,
Turtles.
yeah, that
went
shit's
on episode
terrifying.
Oprah, and you see children just get fucking ruined. Their childhood is ruined because there's that scene where, like, where you guys ever want to have a relationship with April? And everyone's like, well, she can't fucking keep her breath, hold her breath long enough. He claps and does like a roll down, and you see all these kids just like, oh my god, what are you talking about?
What the fuck is happening?
That's great.
Oprah's
though.
just like, let's get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in here to ruin people's childhoods.
Well,
No,
she
Make
did
but-
a
do,
lot of
she
money,
did
and
run
then they
that
get on
John
there. She's
God
like, this is
guy.
gonna fuck everything up.
the other.
Let's
the
get some
other,
actors in here who don't understand that this is a family show.
The other day, I did see a video of this kid was at a Disney on Ice, and he's sitting like ringside, and he's
Good for
super
him.
fucking excited, and all of a sudden Pumbaa skates
Oh,
over and opens his mouth and damn near swallows the kid whole for a second, and afterwards the kid is
It's
just
part of the
done.
show.
He's just fucking done.
Ruined his entire day.
Yeah.
No,
and
he's
maybe even
dead.
his life.
Pumbaa ate him.
No, Bryce, he's dead.
He's gone.
No,
It's over.
like-
What we're
You-
trying to say is
you
that
bet-
Disney on Ice kills children.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he died. Yeah, that's what I said the whole time.
He's
You
now
guys were
no,
arguing
he's
with me. I
he's
don't know why
now
you're doing that.
no, he's just gone. He's now part of the small world, right?
You know, Steve,
I was
he's
trying to tell you
fucking
guys, but you weren't
dead.
listening.
They replace those children regularly.
You're dead. You're all dead. Hi.
Don't worry, guys. Ernie Reyes Jr. got a successful kidney transplant for his horrible kidney failure.
Thank
and
God.
he's
I was
now
praying for
healthy.
him.
Yes. He's 3-0 in Strikeforce. Did you know that?
What? He's a
Strikeforce,
fighter?
you know, like MMA.
He fights as well?
Who?
He used to, yeah. He doesn't do it anymore. Ernie Reyes Jr. He's 3-0 in Strikeforce. His
Keno.
opponents were Ryan Forthingham. They fought 2 events in San Jose.
shit.
Yeah, once in 2005, once in 99, and once in 98.
Mm.
But he won all 3 of them by, it looks like,
So
2 by
twice,
decision,
By
So
2 by
twice-
decision, and 1 by knockout.
so twice
No,
when
all
nobody
3 of
knew
them
about Strike
were-
Force, and once when people did.
all 3 of them were
suppose
strictly
so,
by
yeah.
some sort
Yeah.
of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This is who it
Holy
is.
shit! Is that fucking a? That looks like a. what the
Keno
fuck is it?
from
I like guys. What the fuck's the
Oh.
Asian guy?
what?
What?
What the fuck is
I
the?
like guys. What the hell was that?
You
Yeah.
know the voice.
No, I did.
He
I
was
didn't
Affleck.
understand what
You're
the
not,
fuck.
you're,
was
you're not
Affleck
great at
This is
impersonating
him in
voices,
that.
so you're not helping here.
Yeah,
You know
that
who
was
did-
that's the worst
All right,
Affleck
who's the
duck
Asian
I've
guy
ever
who did
heard.
the Affleck duck?
Jesus Christ!
Quiz.
I don't know, but that was not the
Watch out for
Affleck
Tim
duck.
over here, Affleck duck impersonator. Here
The
we
guy
got
who does the
Tim.
Affleck
Gilbert
duck.
Gottfried is Yago
Gottfried.
next.
Yeah, wasn't that? No, Gilbert Gottfried
Gilbert
is
Gottfried,
something else.
yes. Eat shit and
Gilbert
die.
Gottfried
you
did
know
the
who I was
Affleck duck
talking
in the
about?
beginning,
See,
and then his
I am the
contract
king
expired,
of
and they
leading
moved
you
on to
into
somebody
where
else.
you need to go.
Guys,
Gilbert Gottfried is not Asian.
He was. He very much is Asian.
he's not Asian.
He's Jewish.
He's Jewish.
He
He
is
doesn't
an
have-
Asian ass looking man.
I mean, he looks Asian.
Well,
But
now
that's
you-
he's
now
in a
you've
character. He
backed off of it.
squints.
No, he's Asian.
You didn't even know his name, but you're pretty sure of his heritage.
He's Asian.
I'm pretty sure he's part parrot. Okay,
Yeah,
And
he-
also
I
parrot.
saw the movie.
I saw the movie. He
He's a
was
duck.
red and had a big yellow beak.
He's half duck. He's half parrot. Now he's dead. Who cares?
Oh, he's dead.
I'm looking at old pictures of him, and he looks so not Asian at all.
He's Asian.
Yeah, what are you fucking talking about?
Bring up a goddamn
He looks
picture.
a little
He's Asian
He
as
looks
fuck.
so Jewy when he's younger.
He's like an old Jewish man. He has been since he was a child.
Fuck no, he's an old Asian man.
Well,
You guys are lying to
Oh my
yourselves and the world, saying he's not Asian. He's
Can
an
you
old Asian
bring?
man.
Can you pull up a picture of him real quick, Bryce, so we can
a
put
quick
this
old
to bed?
picture of this old Asian man?
Could you quickly pull up an old picture of him?
If you pull a picture,
Pull
of
up a picture of him now.
God,
He's
if you
still
pull
not
a
Asian.
picture-
Don't pull
Bryce,
anything
you
you
will
knew
be a
up.
beast if you pull a picture of a random old Asian man. just follow my point through.
Is that Asian guy from Blade Runner?
It's fucking Jackie Chan now.
Oh, that would be even better. But I do want to show the actual picture of him looking very, very Jewy.
That's fucking young Neil Godfrey. He looks like an old Asian man. when he's an old
One
man.
Gil Godfrey.
I told you I was looking at pictures of him when
Look
he was
at
younger.
old
and he looked
Gilbert
very
Gottfried.
Jewy.
I'm not talking. Look at there. Look at that bottom one on the left. No.
like,
Go
look
back.
at that.
No. Go
Go
back
back
to
to
it.
it.
Give him exactly what he wants,
Go back
because
to
it's
it.
still not Asian.
He looks like an old Asian
Find
man.
the one that no one knows what he's talking about.
Bottom
This
one.
one down
There
here?
you go, right there.
Where
Because
laughing.
he's
That's
doing
an old
Asian eyes.
man. No, that's an
Because
old
he's
Asian
making fun of Asian.
Yeah, what do you
man. All right,
the
you're
character?
racist.
No,
There we
he's
go.
No,
making
he's
an
the
Oh, right
Asian
there.
joke.
Looks like an old Asian man again.
It's the same joke.
I think because he
probably
closes his
wondering.
eyes when he talks.
Why I scream so
Everybody
much?
that
Old
that
Asian man,
squints
right
is
there.
Asian.
Yeah, well,
old
most
Asian
people that
man.
squint are Asian.
Yeah, it's Kim Jong Un right there.
There he is.
Oh
There
shit.
you go.
I'd vote for him.
He's the fucking leader of North
All right,
Korea
so
right now.
anyways,
Like,
go-
he didn't
why
die.
don't-
He's leading North Korea.
Why don't we go ahead and go to his Wikipedia real quick?
See if he's Asian.
No.
Christ.
Bryce has already
No,
proved
no,
my
no.
point. He's an
No,
old Asian
no.
man. I'm right.
Open and shut case. It's over.
Absolutely not.
Let's see here. Let's get to that wiki page.
I still have not been given any evidence towards your point.
Nope, we wrapped it up.
I saw some pictures.
It'd be funny
I
if
think
like
pictures are good
Gilbert
enough. Pictures are
Jeremy
good enough.
Gottfried is a very
I'm
Jewish.
Trump. I am Trump. Pictures are good enough.
Let's see.
I
Let's see here.
squint. Am I Asian?
Yes.
I
you're
have
an
very
old
nipples.
Asian
Asian
Greg,
man.
can you milk me?
Well,
He's the son of a hardware
What
store
about I
owner,
put my
and
penis,
always
Greg?
maintains
You're
homemaker Lillian Zimmerman.
What about my
Ooh.
penis say, Greg? Can you
His
milk
father and grandfather.
Zimmerman,
ran
a
the store,
well-known
but
Asian
that?
name.
See?
He was
Well-known
raised in a
Asian
Jewish
name?
family, but later said his unusual upbringing, I ate pork, we weren't aware of the holidays. or anything
Asian,
like that,
see?
but
He
we
ate
were aware
pork.
of being Jewish.
What?
It's like I
Jews
kind of
don't
knew
eat
Only
pork.
Asians eat
The
pork.
rule of the law is Jews don't eat pork. Only Asians eat pork.
I think
And
that's
he's an old
Muslims.
Asian
Only
man.
Asians, just Asian people.
As
only
soon as he
Asian people
turned
eat pork.
I think
45,
you're thinking of Muslim.
as soon as he turned 45, Jews also don't eat pork. As soon as he turned 45, he became an old Asian man. He transferred.
He decided that he was an old Asian person. At the age of 45, he decided Asian. Definitely.
See?
All right.
It's written in the wiki. I'm goddamn
I'm
right
Asian.
forever.
Now I'm Asian. That's my.
So
As soon
anyways,
as he did Yago's
good.
voice, he became an old Asian man.
apparently we're all Asian because we all eat pork. So there you
What if I
go.
just do one
Well, you're
eye?
at least not a Jew because you eat pork.
What if I just do one eye? Then we're good.
Just one pork. What was that?
I like
What if I
like
just
how
do
the
one
sentence that said that he eats pork started out with raised by a Jewish family.
No.
Yeah.
They're liars.
Raised by a Jewish
goddamn
family.
lie,
It
that
says
shit.
in there
Jewish
that he's like,
Asians.
oh, we didn't even
It's
observe
why
the
it-
fact
there's
that
a
we were Jewish.
reason
We
you're
just
not
knew that
allowed
we
to
were
use
Jewish.
Wikipedia.
Look, man,
in
he
school.
eats pork. Case closed.
He's goddamn Asian.
And then he married a woman named Dara Kravitz.
Is she Asian at least?
I don't know if she has any relation to Lenny, but I would assume.
You
her
throw
name
him
would
an
be
Asian bone over here?
Kravitz.
He tried to
He's
name.
reaching for straws.
He tried
Is
to
she
name-
Asian? Kravitz.
He tried to change his legal name to Ching Chong Bing Bong, but they said
Ching
no.
Chong Bing
and
Bong.
they
They're like,
made
"That's
him- Made to
racist."
keep it. So
And he's like,
an
but I'm
man.
Asian. And they're
But I'm
like, no,
Asian.
you're
I
not. You're
understand.
Jewish. You're
He
clearly
says-
Jewish.
He
This
says,
is-
"Look at me, squint my eyes. I am an old Asian man."
When I talk, my eyes are closed, so that makes me Asian.
Hear my high pitched voice. I am an old Asian.
Put it
man.
on my ID now. All right. Well, anyway, Austin's got
That's
AIDS.
enough of that shit. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I was looking at how he died. It looks like he was shot.
He's shot to death. You know.
He was shot. He was shot in a
Can-
horrible gangland style shooting. Gilbert Gottfried.
He was a yakuza.
Yeah, 2:35 Eastern time. Godfrey died at a Manhattan hospital
All
of
right,
recurrent ventricular tachycardia, whatever the fuck that is.
I
and
forgot he died.
myotonic dystrophy,
See, you don't even know.
which I think is just code name
doesn't
for
make him
Uzi
Asian.
submachine
No,
gun.
no. If you don't
It
know
is.
when he died,
So
he makes him
let's.
Asian,
I
man.
think we're gonna play a new game on the next podcast. Bryce,
Is
come
he
up
Asian
with
or not?
come up with a list of celebrities, and Austin's gonna name their race.
Yeah, this will be good.
There we go.
Austin also has to do an impersonation of that celebrity that I pick as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Should we
That
call
would be
Asian or
perfect.
not? Asian
He
or
watched- he's
not?
gonna- the very first one, he's gonna
I'm
nail
walking
it.
on Asian.
Believe it or Asian.
I mean, throw him a
I'm
bone.
Asian
Start him
or
out with
not.
like Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
I will say that I used to play a game when I first started driving called Asian or Old Person. If they're driving slow and very stupid in front of you, you guess if they're Asian or old person. Sometimes you get really thrown off. Young black guy, that's the biggest throw off. When they're a young black guy and they're driving slow and stupid, he's like, "What are you doing in your life?"
Well,
Well,
that
he's
that
trying to get
game
arrested.
that game's fun because very often you pull up next to them and you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot women are a thing."
No, that usually fits in the Asian or old person.
Me and Nikki were riffing on something in the car, saying how like there's been this massive car accident. How we were in traffic, but there's massive car accident ahead with just some girl in like a pinked out Mercedes Benz with a fucking glitter studded license plate cover, just sitting on the side of her wrecked ass vehicle, saying, "I'm sorry, guys, I'm just a girl." It had me rolling, man. I never even heard that phrase. I'm just a girl, but apparently it's a whole thing now.
I'm just a girl, wanna fly away. I'm just a bird, but
Yeah, it's close enough. Big dumb bird.
or you get the.
All right. Well, that was another fine episode. We never introduced what show we were doing, but it is the Hanging from the Rafters podcast. And now that we've done our nice hour-long cold open, we can begin the show.
Here we go.
Yep. All right.
Guys, you're listening to the Rafters podcast. Good night.
We're just gonna start it there and loop it around.
Yeah, there you go. Start it from there and then right in the front.
And we start right.
Now.
Imagine if I would actually.